More Fraser. He gets very excited like when I come out. He just wants his hug. He likes his hug. Got a phone meeting this morning that I was supposed to have last week. Hopefully they phone today. Other than that, yeah, not sure. Let's get the day going. Alright, taking a break from attempting to figure out bureaucratic paperwork, so I am coming down here. I picked up heavy duty contact cement, so I'm going to try and glue this. My goal is to glue it in about, I don't know, 3 inches, 2 inches, and then use rivets as well. Maybe a grommet. We shall see. These things so. Should have a thing there. I do have a thing there. Good. Okay. All right. Let's see what I got. So. Rubber inside of some sort. We'll try this. Okay, that's a lot. Okay, so we got the concrete. Got the concrete in there, contact cement in there. Let it dry up for a minute here. And we'll seal it in and see what happens. Again, I don't need many. I just need 4. So this should be good. Let it get tacky. Come on. And I like the grommet idea because then it'll give me holes in there. And I can run line to it kind of thing, right? So let's see. Because what I want ideally is I want 2 attached on one line, one rope, one something. That's that. Let's put it together. We'll do that. Leave that for a bit. See what happens. Who knows? I don't know if this worked. Let's try it and see. Take that off, take that off. Whew. But the problem is I don't have my rivet gun. I do not know where my rivet gun went to. Now, I know it was an older rivet gun. It's possible it no longer worked. And I remember now that it was slipping. It's possible I don't have it anymore. That's good. That's tight, but I still want rivets in there. So, gotta go get some rivets in there. Gotta go get some rivets. Picked up a new unit, a new arrow riveter thing, whatever. I don't know. It's a riveter, sure. Bad to face it towards the light. It has a pivoting head, so we'll see how it looks. Ooh. How does it have? It says it has an adjustable handle as well, but you can turn this thing. That's massive, right? Turning it to different positions. Yeah, I think that'll be fun. That will be good. So let's drill this and rivet it a bit and fill it with sand and see how we do. Hi buddy, how you doing? Seemed to work. I don't like it too big. Hey Jack, how you doing?
Oh, I just decided Carol says she saw something about there doing that, something she'd like.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any idea? I put something over there.
Yep. Is that garbage?
Yeah,
I'll take care of it.
but that, one of them, I put in yesterday, but there's no black bag there,
Okay.
and I forgot to bring one.
That's okay. I'll do that later. Not a big deal.
But you
No problem.
wheeled out that one.
What's that?
I said I was gonna come out with some black bags.
Oh.
I looked around here yesterday to see.
Yeah, I don't know why we've got them upstairs again, which I have no idea. But I'm not the brains of the operation, so
Whatever's done.
I can ask, but I have no idea.
Yeah, I think I put, I'm not sure. I put a white bag in this box.
Yeah, there's one in that one. Yeah. Yeah, that didn't work. That did not work.
Okay. Is that the leather? Or?
No, it's fire hose actually.
Yeah.
Probably a little overkill for what I need, but that's okay.
It looks pretty big.
It's supposed to be 4-inch. Looks way bigger than 4-inch to me.
I didn't notice that stuff. Okay.
Okay, we'll see you later, Jack.
Yeah. Won't belong.
No worries.
Only fire all I ever went.
I don't know what it means by adjustable handle. Because I don't see the adjustable handle portion. Okay. That's not bad. Not bad. So what I want to do is split that apart now. Nope, not letting you out there. Nope. Sorry. Not letting you out. No.
Oh, I'm just cooking the meat.
Oh, okay.
And then I put 2 cans of sauce and 1 can of tomato paste.
Okay.
That's what I do next, right?
Yes.
And then after that, you can come put the spice in.
Yes.
Because I suck at the spice.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about that. I was just,
Zach says to take July 24th.
July 24th.
Yes. Yeah, he said we're not supposed to do it at the beginning of the month. You can do it back.
That's weird.
You can't figure out why, but that's fine. I will take him at his word. I trust him implicitly.
But the raise happens on July 25th, which would just kind of be, you know.
No, the raise is happening anyway. It's effective. Yeah, that's got nothing to do with the raise. the raise is there. Well, even if it isn't, there'll be a retro pay. Because it retros back to April 1st.
Oh. Not a joking, I forget the stinky camera there. Sorry, Fraser, not a stinky camera.
Okay. So let's say if I had that much sand in it, so if I cut it to there, that would be reasonable. Wow. Trying to cut this with. Yikes. Okay, let's try a knife. Let's try a knife. Yeah, that's better. All right. So I want to do a couple more in there. Should be fine. Should be fine. What can go wrong? It doesn't work, right? That's the other option. Big deal. We try again. Oops, no, that doesn't work. Can't do that. Woo! Do you see that? That flew out all the way to the doorway there and passed. Interesting. See if I can get a slow-mo on that one. We'll see. Try a couple of different ones here. we see if we can fill it with some sand? I picked up the sand about, I don't know, a year ago. It's been sitting here ever since, never did use it really.
Put water from the can too?
No.
Just the can?
Yes. If I feel so inclined. Oh yeah, that's fine, that's beauty. Sandbag.
What?
James said he wanted sandbags for the church doors, the emergency exits. 2 for each door. 2 for each door he's gonna get. So we're gonna do 1 right
It's more
now.
like a sand hose.
It's more like a sand hose, you know. Sand Jose.
So anyway, you say
Wow.
sometimes you what?
Totally fell flat there. Sometimes, depending on how thick it is or isn't, I will use a little bit of water, a very tiny bit, to clean out each one of the cans to get more tomato.
You can decide that after.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Put the stuff in now,
Okay.
so I'll need your spices.
Okay, sounds good. I think that works out fine. That's, yeah. I think that's decent for a sandbag. I think that's really good. I think that'll work fine. I'll clean it out a little bit inside. Do the whatchamacallit with it. Clamp it. Not Jed, but the other kind of clamp it. And I think we're good. It's the experiment for the first one. See if it works.
Oh, that was easy.
Nothing to it?
Drive in, drive out.
There you go. That's why they call it a drive-through, right?
Yeah, I guess I've been through it. I've been through a few of them.
Yeah. So I want to clamp instead of using the vise, I want to use 2x4. So what I'm going to do is clamp together like this with a couple of those clamps that I got right there, and that should work nicely. I like those quick clamps, but yeah, it's a quality issue for sure. And they only go so tight, so we let that sit, see what happens. I mean, hey, you know, it's not piecework. I'm getting paid by the hour, right? So you know, they told me if I did these, I'd get triple the amount per hour that I'm getting now. I'm not sure what triple times 0 is. 3 times 0. I'm not sure, but they'll figure it out. They know how to do that. So, but yeah, if I was getting paid per piece, then I'd be making nothing. You know. All right, that's it's gonna be it for now. I got to go up and help Allie finish with dinner and stuff. So that one that flew past my face, that's where it wound up. That was a little bit of pressure. Glad I was wearing my safety shield. Allie wants me to help her with the spices.
Not help, I just want you to do it.
Oh, there you go. Basil. oregano.
See, if I learn this, they'll never make my spaghetti. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep it from spitting at you.
Oh,
Ooh, look at that happy day.
Forgot I ordered my granulated onion, granulated garlic.
Captain.
Overkill! All right. I don't know why I put it on the shaker portion, but I like to do that.
You like the way it pours.
We ran out. Can't buy that stuff.
I wonder
very
why
often.
we ran out. You put bay leaves in there?
Usually I'll put 2 or 3 bay leaves in there.
Okay.
Don't eat the bay leaves. Hey Fraser, hope you're having a good day today, buddy. Yeah, my day was a little stressful, but I'm straightening you out there a little bit. just in regards to the meeting and such that that I had this morning. Yeah, confirm it tomorrow, but I should have my retirement date now. So, yeah. So anyway, yeah, just all the stuff that's included with that. It. You know, I didn't think it would bother me at this point, but it's still kind of stressing me out a little bit, I guess. So I felt like I was really on the verge of a migraine there for a while this afternoon. Just, you know. So I'm just trying to sit, be calm, pray, let things go. You know. Yeah, went to church for a bit today and met up with another individual to give another quote on the mini split type things. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I'll have that by the end of the week or so. Yeah, there was just stuff, right? Just with the stuff and just things, right? So it didn't get to a point where, you know, I did a lot today, but I wound up doing at least one of the sandbags. I'm pretty sure I threw my old rivet gun out. I think it was toast. Which is fine. This one, actually, the fact that the head turns on this one, I can get into different position, makes a huge difference for some of the things that I may have to do at some point. Who knows? But no, it's a nice option. So, but you know, frustrating when you're looking all over the place. You're spending half an hour looking for it, and you can't find it. And then you got to go and pick one up. It's terrible to have to go and buy a tool. Yeah, we all know how I hate buying tools. I know. Yeah, and then just playing around with that silly thing and trying to see if it'll work, and I think it will. I think the rivets are going to work fine. I think, and if I can put a hole, I'm going to put a hole in the center of it anyway. Maybe melt it a little bit. I'm not sure because I can't get a grommet like thick enough that'll work. They're just a little too shy, they're not thick enough, right? But I want to be able to, like I say, tie them up, to each other, two to a set kind of thing, and so we'll see, we'll play. But yeah, I think that'll work nicely. It's kind of like staples, right? The more you put in, the safer it is, the better it is. But I think between the contact cement and the rivets, I think it'll hold it quite nicely, and they're not overly heavy, right? So it's not a huge deal, and I don't think they look terrible, really. They're red, they're noticeable, but like the tires and stuff, when you fill the tires with sand, and most of the time I see that they're done up with like tie wire and stuff like that. It's just like, nah, I don't like them. And you go to grab them and you get hit by the wire and stuff, and it's just not. This is better. I like this better. It's a classier version of the inner tube sandbags. Yeah, but that was what it. Went and had lunch with Al. We went out and just kind of sat by the water for a bit, and nothing serious. We've got home group tonight, which I kind of slacked on my homework this week for that, but I read through it, except for today's. But I read through the stuff I had to read through. I just didn't do any of the workbook stuff. So, but what I'll show up. I'll be there and I'll put in my 2 cents worth for whatever that's worth. with inflation nowadays, that's probably not worth a whole lot. Yeah. So, yesterday, Paul was warned not to go to Jerusalem. So, in Acts chapter 21, what does he do? He goes to Jerusalem, because he knows that's where he's got to go. Chapter 21 and verse 17. When we arrived at Jerusalem, brothers and sisters received us warmly. The next day, Paul and the rest of us went to see James, and all the elders were present. Paul greeted them and reported in detail what God had done among the Gentiles through his ministry. The next day, Paul took the men and purified himself along with them. Then he went to the temple to give the notice of the date when the days of purification would end, and an offering would be made for each of them. When the 7 days were nearly over, some Jews from the province of Asia saw Paul at the temple. They stirred up the whole crowd and seized him, shouting, "Fellow Israelites, help us. This is the man who teaches everyone everywhere against our people and our law, and this place. And besides, he has brought Greeks into the temple and defiled this holy place." The whole city was aroused, and the people came running from all directions. Seizing Paul, they dragged him from the temple, and immediately the gates were shut. While they were trying to kill him, news reached the commander of the Roman troops that the whole city of Jerusalem was in an uproar. He at once took some officers and soldiers and ran down to the crowd. When the rioters saw the commander and his soldiers, they stopped beating Paul. The commander came up and arrested him and ordered him to be bound in 2 chains. Then he asked who he was and what he had done. Some in the crowd shouted one thing, some shouted another, and since the commander could not get the truth because of the uproar, he ordered Paul to be taken into the barracks. When Paul reached the steps, the violence of the mob was so great he had to be carried by the soldiers. The crowd that followed him kept shouting, "Get rid of him!" So, just as was prophesied, by the believers before Paul went to Jerusalem, Paul was going to be arrested and beaten. And sure enough, he was arrested. He was beaten beforehand, but he was arrested. He was kind of adding insult to injury, right? There's a crowd so violent that the guards had to carry Paul into the barracks, but the guy that was getting beaten on gets arrested. And then the commander says, "Who are you and what have you done?" Nice. But you know what? Again, Paul knew he had to suffer. Paul knew that he was going to get beaten. He knew he was going to, be arrested. But he went anyway because he knew he had to go and preach the gospel of Jesus. Still. This life, this temporal life, this temporary tent of a body, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Those who have Christ in their hearts, those who have accepted Christ, we get to live with him for eternity. So this means nothing. This is just a short blip in time. What matters is what we do here with our time. Love you, buddy. God loves you very much. I miss you. I look forward to seeing you soon. And I will post more.